Hello guys, this is Jeremyray Retherford, and today, as you guys can see, I play Dragon Ball Super. Let's take a look at this leader card. So this deck we're going to be reviewing is the Frieza red blue multicolor. If we can focus onto that. There we go. It says activate main once per turn is look at the top 3 cards from the top of your deck, and then choose up to 1 Frieza clan card among them, add it to your hand, and then place the remaining cards at the bottom of your in any order. And then for his awakening skill is you may draw 1 card and then choose up to 1 of your energy, switch it to active mode, and flip this card over. Once you do that, you basically get to choose Frieza the Planet Wrecker. His auto is when this card attacks, draw 1 card, and then his activate battle is if you pay 1 red, you get to choose 1 Frieza card. So you basically get to choose 1 card in your battle area that is Frieza Clan card. And the reason why I say that is because I do have cards in this deck that isn't Frieza Clan, but it gains critical for the duration of the turn. So that is the leader's effect. Alright, so let's get into the main okay, so this is Cooler, Trinical, the 3 main, bosses or bad guys, bad fuckers in this shit, I should say, is Cooler, Trinical Assault. So, Cooler, Trinical Assault is double strike. He's a Retherford blue if you pay 1 red, and it's energy exhaust. I wouldn't put it for energy, but if you need to, you can. His auto is when you play this card, your opponent places the top card of their deck in the drop area, and then choose up to the 2 of your opponent's battle cards, ignore a barrier, and they get neg 10,000 for the duration of the turn. So they you basically fuck them over by making them drop a card, discard a card, and then you get to neg 10 of the cards, and it's ignoring barrier. So how I basically do this with this part. So how I do this is I basically so these multicolored cards. Hold on, I got you. You guys can still hear me. So I put these guys in there. Multicolor Mecha Frieza energy blight, and it's an energy exhaust. I put it in there for energy exhaust for multicolor energy, and that way, so whenever I'm attacking with my leader or something like that, or another battle card, I combo with this guy. If this guy is already tapped, because I played this guy in the first round, he's already tapped, right? And he's already tapped because you get to play him, and because of his energy exhaust, it's get tapped. So because of this, the Beerus Divine Obliterator, since he's a super combo, and since his autos, if your leader card is red or blue, and it's your opponent's turn, when you combo this card from your hand, choose up to 1 of your red, blue, multicolor energy and switch it to active mode, right? So I switched that to active mode, and since I combo with the blue red multicolor card, I pay that 1 red energy to be able to arrive a red blue this guy. Then I discard those guys, and then that effect gets onto that field, and then they have to over combo this thing. So if I over comboed their attack, they basically do that, blah blah blah, and then they basically they have to discard a card, and then I get to choose 2 of their battle cards in neg 10, which is, it's a strong effect, but it's not as a strong effect as this guy. Hold on, I'll get you guys. So this guy, full power Frieza, he's got a couple ways to be able to get him out on the field. But first, let's review this card. So he's a triple strike, energy exhaust. The auto is when this card attacks, choose up to all of your opponent's battle cards ignoring barrier, and they get 30,000 power, or negative 30,000 power for the duration of their turn. And then his second auto, when the power of your opponent's battle cards is decreased, your opponent places the top 2, or places 2 cards from the top of their card in the drop area. So for every card that I neg that's on their battle area, they neg 2, they discard 2, they mill 2 basically. So they lose 2 for every card. And if your opponent is like one of those cards or decks that basically just has like a shit ton of little cards out in the field, that card basically makes you it gets your opponent's face like, what the fuck? Like, it's either that, like, what, if they haven't heard of this effect yet, or just like, fuck, like, it's that card, like, fuck. So yeah, that's his effect. But how you get him out is, okay, so if you're on your turn, instead of doing Cooler's effect, where you can super combo your way out, pay that 1 energy because you're blah blah blah, and do that. You can do it this way, which is Frieza no introductions, and it's a counter attack, negate the attack and play this card, and you can choose up to 2 of your energy, because its permanent is during your opponent's turn, reduce this card by your hand by 2, so it has to be 1 red, and you can have any other color, and there's activate main, so you basically negate, you put this on the card, and if you do survive that round, because I haven't survived a lot of rounds with this when I did this, if you survive this round, and if you have this guy in your hand, next turn on your offensive turn, you basically can pay 2 red and 1 blue for his activate main, and his thing is choose 1 red or blue Frieza card in your hand with energy cost of 5, and play it on top of this card. So you boom boom, and then they basically you basically get to just wipe their board out. There is a different evolution way, but it's like a lot slower. So it's evolution process Frieza. He's a swap 3. He basically he's a red. It's pay 1 to be able to swap with a red Frieza card with energy cost of 3. Your tournament is due on your opponent's turn. This card gets negative 5,000 power, so he's a 10,000 drop, or 10,000 power. I mean, he's a 2 drop, 10,000 power because if it's your opponent's turn. Blah blah blah. It's just to punish you for putting it for defense. And then this card is, it's Frieza Storm Blows, and you basically, you pay that to be able to evolve into that, and he's a barrier, he's a swap 5, you pay 2 to be able to, swap to a red Frieza card with energy cost of 5. And his autos, when you play this card, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards with 20,000 power or less and KO it. So, the strong part about it is, yes, you get to play that, then you get to evolve in that, and if you have enough energy, you get to evolve into that, but you get to just, neg a 20,000 power or less card, and then you get to neg their whole battlefield, and for every battlefield card, sorry about my language, battlefield card, you basically get to just destroy their whole entire fucking field, because it's just so powerful. So that is the second way to be able to do for the second boss of this deck. The third boss is this card, Frieza Farewell Fiend, and he basically does with a unison card. So he's a double strike, he's unique, which means only 1 can be played, just like, whenever you say, oh, someone's unique, unique, it's like, it's the same thing, it's like someone's unique. So his auto is, if your leader card is red, and you have a red unison card with a specified cost of 2, and play at the end of the battle in which you combo this card from your hand, play this card. So if you combo with it, and you pay 2 energy, you basically get to play for free. So you get the combo battle area, and you get to play for free. And his auto is, so like if you combo with it, blah blah blah, and if you have a unison card of 2 or less, blah blah blah, like that. When your leader's card's power is decreased by skill, it gets 10,000 power for the duration of the turn. Choose up to 1 of your card in your life and add it to your hand. Then choose up to 1 of your leader cards and gets negative 5,000 power for the turn. Choose up to 1 of your leader cards and it gets negative 5,000 for the turn. Blah blah blah. So it's 3 markers, cost of 2, and play. So this is like a, this can work, but only if it's like a weird little thing. But yeah, and then his auto is once per turn. His auto is once per turn. When your opponent activates a counter skill, choose up to 1 of their battle cards, ignore and barrier, and it gets neg 30,000 power for the duration of the turn. He's a 4-drop. He's basically a double strike, unique, and he also basically every single time, it's only once per turn, but every single time your opponent tries to be able to do a fucking counter, like, oh, I negate that. Oh, well, guess what? You negated that attack, but guess what? I'm gonna neg 1 of your fucking battle cards. So yeah. So those are just basically the main stuff. So for the counters, I just have, is that all you got, which is, it's a counterattack. You basically choose 1 red card from your hand, place it in the drop area. If you do so, choose up 2 of your opponent's battle cards, and neg 15,000 power for the duration of the turn. Blah, blah, blah. After image, you can pay 1. It doesn't negate the attack, but it gives you 4,000 power for the for your battle, or for the duration of the battle, and choose up to 1 of your battle cards, or your opponent's battle cards, and neg 10,000 power for the duration of the turn. You can do Spark and 5, which means if you have 5 cards in your discard pile, you basically can, take a life. I got Wizard's Coercion, which is negate the attack of the choose up to 1 of your energy and switch it to active mode. It's a 1 blue. Then Paralysis Technique, which is just negate the attack, and if your leader card is red, Frieza's army card. Choose your opponent's leader card and all the battle cards and neg 5,000 power for the duration of the turn. So those are my negates for the card for the deck. So some of the extra cards. This is a strong card. It's an extra card. It's Chill and Intergalactic Marauder. His autos, when the card is removed from battle area by opponent's skills, choose up to one Frieza card clan with your energy cost of 3 or less and play it. His activate battle, though, once per turn, you pay 3 energy and discard gate 6,000 power for each card in your energy and triple strike for the duration of the turn. So it's a pretty strong card. Basically can fuck someone else up if you have a shit ton of energy. If it's like turn 6 and you play that and you have like 3 energy, blah blah blah. This card, though, Frieza's Death Embrace. Auto, when you play this card, draw 1 card. And if it's activate battle, pay 1 to be able to choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards or leader cards, and a negative 10,000 power for the duration of the turn. Now, you can pay amount of energy, like if you want to discard, if you want to discard 10 battle cards, 10,000 power battle cards, you can pay 2 energy. That's only just if you want to pay for 1 energy. It's just like a simple thing. So like if you want to discard 2, pay 2 energy, and then Frieza's Death Ball. Activate battle. If your leader card is red, choose up to 1 of your leader cards or battle cards and give it 15,000 plus power for the duration of the battle. And this autos, if your energy is all red, when you activate this card, choose up to your opponent's leader cards or battle cards and neg 10 power for the duration of the battle. So, yeah. So another cool chain that is like a side chain that can help you out for just like some side cards is King Cold's chain. So King Cold, he's a blocker. His autos, if your leader card is a red Frieza card clan and you choose up to 1 of your card in your life, add it to your hand. At the end of the turn, you can look at the bottom of your card of your deck, and if it's a red or blue Frieza card clan with an energy cost of 3 or less, other than code, other than that, the same card, you may play it and then shuffle your deck. So you got to take a life, unfortunately. And if this guy's at the bottom of your deck, it goes this, and his permanent is if your leader card is red, this card gains critical and cannot be attacked for your opponent's cards. And his autos, if you have blue energy, it doesn't have to be all blue energy. It has to even be 1. When this card is removed from your battle area by an opponent's skill, choose up to 1 of your energy and switch it to active mode. So it's pretty good. And then this combo cooler, his activate battle is pay 1 blue, choose up to 1 red or blue Frieza card clan in your battle area, other than this guy, and then return it to its owner hand. Play this card from your hand. So you do that. You boom, 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 and then you play this. And his autos, when this card attacks or is attacked, choose up to 1 red blue multicolor card in your drop area and combo with it. So that's if you have a combo. So those super combos, if that's in your drop area, you can use those. So it's a pretty good combo. It's not as strong as the Tronical Assault or 100% Overdrives or the other Frieza card, but it's a pretty neat type of like combo chain. But yeah. So I'm JRayPics. You guys are the JPixers. I'm JRayPics, and I'm gonna let you guys go. I salute you guys out. We're the JRayPics Dreams. You guys are the JPixers. This is the Frieza deck, the red-blue multicolor Frieza deck for Dragon Ball Super trading card game. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.